This is Rolf Kars Hansen from Spiro Medical. I'm now going to show you how to set up the ApneaGraph Spiro for data acquisition. First we start the ApneaGraph Spiro clinical setup app. You will see that the torso unit comes up with its serial number, and you click on that and it starts reading the services from the device. This is now the page that shows you the status, and at the bottom you have the voltage of the battery, you have the current consumption, remaining capacity, and the full charge capacity. Full charge capacity means how much energy you can store in the battery when it's fully charged. It says something about the age of the battery and when it should be changed out. So if this value goes below 2000, you should buy a new battery. If the remaining capacity is below 1000 milliamp hour, then you should charge it before use. Now the rest is the serial number, the current time of the clock in the torso unit, and also the time arrow between the mobile phone in this case and the torso unit. So in order to prepare for the measurements, you should sync the clock like this. Okay, then that's done. Then you should enter a recording ID, which could be any ID really, and save it to the device. This ID will follow the dataset for later use and identification. So then the next thing is to start data acquisition. Look for connected sensors. And we found a neck unit, we found an oximeter unit, we found an actimeter, which is in the wrist unit, and we found a catheter. Then we go to the body position sensor, which is in fact inside the torso unit. And you will see that there is unit number 19, which is the torso unit, has a body position sensor, and the XYZ are the accelerometer values, and it detects a supine position. We can turn it on the side, and then it shows right position, further 90 degrees, prone position, 90 degrees again, left position, and then back in supine position. So that sensor is working fine. Then we go to the catheter page, and that's the serial number of the catheter, and it says that it can be used 20 more times, 20 full night recordings. Note that if you run the catheter for more than 1 hour, it counts as one use for a full night recording. So don't do that. Use it. If you use it less than 1 hour, it won't count these full night recordings. Here we have a filter on all the channels, so it takes a little while to tune in. You see the temperature values. There's a difference between T0 and T1, but that doesn't matter, as we are using only temperature changes, not the absolute temperature. If I put a little pressure on the catheter, you will see the on the upper curve here that there is a pressure variation, which is exactly what we're looking for. So the catheter seems to be working fine. We can go to the oximeter page and put a finger in the sensor. It's searching for the pulse. And you have a reading of 96% oxygen saturation and a pulse rate of 64 per minute. And you also see the graphical representation of the same. Then we can go to the actimeter, which is the movement of the wrist unit. And it's averaging over 10 seconds, so it's a little bit slow to react. But if I move the wrist unit, you see that it responds immediately and stays for 10 seconds at the same value, and then goes down, back down again. Then I can look at the neck unit, which contains an airborne sound microphone and a contact microphone. Both are displayed here. We can do some excitation of the contact microphone, the blue line, and we can make some sounds which are detected by the airborne microphone. So everything is okay here. Then I can go to the summary page, and you see that I've set it up to start at 2300 and run for 1 hour. I could change the startup time to 2320. I could also save that, of course. I could also change the recording length to, for example, 8 hours, and save that. So that should be okay. Then we can exit. And there's 2 alternatives here. Stop acquisition and disconnect Bluetooth means that the unit goes to sleep. It goes in a wait position, and it will start up at 2320 with acquisition. So this is the normal exit. If I wanted to continue to measure after I exit this application, I select the second option. But normally I would select the first option, like this. This will stop the acquisition. Are you sure you want to stop the sensor acquisition and exit? Cancel and select exit if you just want to exit. But we want to stop the acquisition and start up later, so we click OK on this one.